Hello and welcome to this episode of my first impressions on movies, which I'm starting to do because why not? It's fun. So today I'm doing Captain Marvel because it's the movie I just saw and it's the first movie I can really do first impressions on. So, Captain Marvel. My first impression on it is basically, it's fine. Like, I know there's a lot of hubbub about it being bad, politically driven, all sorts of stuff like that. To me, like, if you're looking for those things, yes, they're there, but it's not exactly blatant most of the time. There's like one or two moments that I was like, that seems like you're trying to drive an agenda. And I guess the biggest warning about it is, if you want the main character to be the main character, they're not. So if you're going to see the movie to see Captain Marvel, which you would think you were, you're wrong. You're there to see Nick Fury and a couple other supporting cast members because they're way better than Captain Marvel. But if you're there for those characters and not for Captain Marvel, it's a pretty enjoyable film with some random explosions just sort of thrown in because explosions. So yeah, it's basically not really a Captain Marvel film. It's a Nick Fury and co. film, which is kind of sad if you were there to see the character. I wasn't, so it wasn't that big a deal to me that Captain Marvel wasn't really a good character. And the fact that she doesn't listen to anybody for literally no reason is a completely different thing. But all in all, if you're there to see someone besides Captain Marvel, sort of like I was, it's a fine film, and all of the glaring character issues with Captain Marvel are sort of less important because you're not there for Captain Marvel. If you are there for Captain Marvel, she's going to be a really disappointing character because she's a cardboard cutout of a human being who has no emotions and acts like a battle droid. But worse. I'm not quite sure how to describe it. Say you had a trash can, and then you drew a face on the trash can. The trash can would have more personality than Captain Marvel did. But that trash can is still amazing at its job, which is putting garbage in. And in this case, Captain Marvel's job is to explode. I'll get back to you on that. Anyway, that's my first impressions of the film. I'm sure this opinion will change after 1, 2, or 3 weeks, based on the thinking about bad films until you hate them effect, which I haven't come up with a name for yet, but it exists. I did a podcast episode on it. I'll do something about that eventually. But that's my first impressions of the film. Feel free to comment your first impressions. I'm sure they won't be negative at all, and I'm sure they won't be telling me I have the wrong opinion, because you're all amazing, wonderful people on the internet, and not very mean sometimes. I think you're a good person, so leave good comments. But yeah, with that out of the way, I guess that's the end of the video. If you want to suggest another movie to start doing first impressions on, suggest that too, I guess. I mean, do whatever in the comments, as long as it's legal and not trying to destroy other people, I guess, online. But yeah, other than that, I would just say movie reviews are coming out soon. Still working on getting set up for that, and working on getting other like pieces aligned with that, because the way I'm doing it involves a lot more people than the podcast does. So getting that together, getting a list of movies, all that, a lot of hard work, ish. Shouldn't be as hard as I'm making it, but it's kind of the way that's happening. So anyway, have a lovely rest of your day. I hope this first impressions helps you with your first impressions or was entertaining in some way. Bye!